What's good, guys? It's Suki Nishi, and I'm here because it seems like the community is kind of divided these days. And the reason for that is RM and J-Hope attended a Chris Brown and Usher concert in Toronto. So this attendance has the community divided into. Some people are saying they're grown men, they can go do whatever they want. And others are saying they should not be supporting a woman abuser. And that's the sentiment that's been dividing the community. Nobody should be supporting Chris Brown. And I completely agree. Chris Brown is a dog shit person, a dog shit human. I don't know why he still has 58 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Chris Brown is a woman beater, a violent person, and apparently he was supposed to be in jail. And I guess he's out on bail right now, but he still needs, I think he's going to go to jail in October because that's when the trial is. So a lot of people don't like that they attended this concert. They took pictures with Chris Brown and Usher backstage, and this is why people are saying, oh, if you attended the concert, then you probably support Chris Brown. And a lot of people these days like to say separate the music from the artist, but sometimes that can't be possible because sometimes the artist is bigger than their music, you know? Their actions speak louder than their music will ever do. And that's why a lot of people are furious with them attending this concert. Even major publications like Billboard wrote articles on the attendance of RM and J-Hope because this is just a big thing. They're supposed to be on tour in Texas, I believe, and they flew all the way to Toronto to attend that Chris Brown and Usher concert, which is, that's insane. I mean, do what you want to do on your free time, but in the middle of a tour to attend another concert is kind of insane. So a lot of the fans are seeing these videos of them at the concert, and a lot of them are like, "Oh, it's funny that they're having fun," and a lot of them are like, "Why are you even there in the first place?" So based on this video, yes, it looks like they're having fun. You can just see Usher and Chris Brown in the background on screen, but a lot of people did not want them to be there in the first place. Such as this tweet with 12,000 likes stating we're in hell because Usher posted that they were with BTS in Toronto. And then they also posted things couldn't get worse when they took the picture with Chris Brown. And I freaking hate Chris Brown, okay? I don't like that they were at the concert, but I hate Chris Brown. 71K on this tweet. A lot of the fans hate Chris Brown. And we all know what Chris Brown did. We all know how terrible he is. In this case, this is just an artist meeting another artist, but one of the artists is a terrible individual. So yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like this. The reaction to the picture, look at this in a Discord server. I'm pretty sure it's Discord. This is the reaction to that Chris Brown picture. That is insane. That is a lot. And the one thing that I hate about this situation is it's that aunties are more bold in trying to spread hate on BTS because of this one situation. So after that whole controversy, this person posted a long thread on many different celebrities that supported Chris Brown over the years after everything that he's done. It's a double standard when it comes to BTS, but they want it to know that other celebrities are doing the same thing and no one's dragging them for it. First person on this list. I was about to say Lisa, but why? Okay, first person on this list. Oh, it is Lisa. Lisa performed City Girls with Chris Brown and Young Thug's video. Okay, I did not know that. Holy shit. Okay. First person, Bruno Mars. I don't like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars can suck it. Bruno Mars can suck it. And okay, Bangchan of Stray Kids. He's recommended Chris Brown songs multiple times and covered his song. Are these V Lives? Oh, it was 2023. Okay. Justin Bieber. Well, we all know Justin Bieber's kind of off, but Justin Bieber sings With You by Chris Brown at Coachella. Yeah. Former Enhypen member He Sung, Evan, covers a Chris Brown song 2026. Stray Kids members have a lot of interaction with Chris Brown songs. So aespa have made TikTok vids using Chris Brown's music, and another member has personally recommended his song. Kaylani, no one cares about Kaylani. Glorilla, I have issues with Glorilla, bro. I don't really like her performing with Chris Brown at his concert. And the reason, hold on, let's cut the thing for a second right here. The reason everyone doesn't like Glorilla is because she's two-faced. I remember this. Right after Glorilla made shots at Megan for some reason, she went to perform with Chris Brown. And Chris Brown has also been making shots at Megan, saying free Tory Lanez and all that bullshit. And Glorilla goes and performs with them the next day. And that's why Glorilla is a dumb bitch. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Tae Yang and G-Dragon of Big Bang are Chris Brown listeners. I feel like this is old. 2020. Oh, no, it's not 2021. Okay. Woo Young of A Tease, using Chris Brown's songs in his Instagram posts. Woo Bin of Rise has named Chris Brown as one of his artists who inspires him. That is crazy. Members of ENHYPEN, JHOPE, and Team Rise, Treasure, and TXT also view Chris Brown as their idol, recommend his songs, and film TikTok dances challenges with his songs. Dino of 17, filming dance over using Chris Brown's song. Momo of Twice, filming dance challenge using Chris Brown's song. Tae Young of NCT 127 is a Chris Brown listener. This list goes on and on and on. Keke Palmer, Tyla. This Tyla shot is crazy. We're gonna get back to this clip in later on in the video. Hyun, Woozy of 17. And that's a lot of people. And people are saying, okay, there's like 20 different artists and groups that support Chris Brown. Why are you guys always only attacking BTS? And that is the double standard we were talking about. When BTS does something wrong, everyone jumps in to attack them. But when their fave does something wrong, no one cares because they're irrelevant. Just like this tweet right here. Look at this tweet right here. They were so happy to support an abuser. And if you know from the whole thread we just went through, this person is apparently a Tyla stan. And this is Tyla grinding up on Chris Brown after one of his concerts. And that's why they're saying you cannot stand Tyla and speak on BTS. This person wanted to get off a hate tweet so bad that their fave was also caught doing something even worse, actually. This whole Tyla thing with Chris Brown, people are saying she's kind of weird for that because of what Chris Brown did to Rihanna, right? But Tyla and Rihanna got their own thing going on. I think it's kind of one-sided on Tyla's side. But this is like, I don't know. Tyler's just a weirdo. So let's move on. And I feel like this tweet captured the tone of the message very well. So let's read it real quickly. The sheer hypocrisy of social media tribunal. It is astounding how people demand that J-Hope or Namjoon and the boys conduct a full moral audit and complete criminal background check on everyone in the international industry before giving a hi backstage, taking a photo, or simply attending a show. Being at a show or taking a photo at a backstage event is about art, dance, references, and networking, and at the top of the world's biggest industry, and it absolutely does not mean signing a blanket endorsement of anyone's personal or private life or mistakes. If taking a photo with someone in the artist world meant agreeing with everything that person did off stage, half of the celebrities in the world would already have had to switch planets. In the end, people use the boys' professional choices, the events that they attend, and their private lives to vent frustration and pose as holier than thou online, while all pretending that their own lives are spotless. The boys are giants in a ridiculously complex market, and admiring the work of dance or music references will never negate the character, respect, and integrity they've always known throughout more than a decade of career. The rest is just internet desperately needing a dish to wash. So true. BTS is bigger than the program, and that's why people are all attacking them. And this is just the cost of being the biggest group in the world. It shouldn't happen, but BTS did this one thing and now everyone's attacking them, and I just don't like that. I understand why people are mad, but to go and do hate tweets if you were a fan of them, you might as well just leave the fandom because you're not welcome. Okay, moving on. I just want to read this translation for you guys. And this is why I say a lot of people like to take advantage of BTS, especially their own government. Tae has said since he came back from the army, he's been having ear problems for what, the last 2 years, 2.5 years. So he says he hasn't been hearing recently at his ear, and it hears at about 30%. But I know that you can get ear damage from military service. And these boys, they were forced to do military service because of the mandatory enlistment from the South Korean government. And the government has been trying to use BTS throughout their careers since they've gained popularity. Because of this mandatory enlistment, because BTS were required to enlist, a lot of problems started to arise. Not only is V's hearing not well, Jungkook's shin, or I think it's his shin, is also injured, and he needs to have surgery on it. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, his leg is injured in a certain way, and V's hearing is injured in a certain way, and we don't know what's happening with the other members. This is why we are so fierce when defending BTS, because they've been used, and we don't want them to be used anymore. I found this clip very funny because a lot of idols need to take note of what Jungkook said here, but look at this clip real quick.
아니 이제 흑인 형님들 랩하고 계실 때 조심해야 된다고 따라하다가 이제.
아 그치
잘못
그래서 나 이거 하잖아.
흑인 형님들 랩하고 있을 때 그냥 이렇게 듣고 있어야 돼 그냥.
Jungkook said, when my black youngins are rapping, you need to be careful instead of singing along. And there's a long ass compilation of K-pop idols saying the N-word, but I think this is refreshing because they would rather just sing the songs and say the word and then act ignorant later on instead of just like being respectful up front. But yeah, I just noticed in this clip they were listening to a Chris Brown song, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys are well informed now, and I hope you guys like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want me to talk about anything else, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.